I'm Deborah.
I'm Jasmine.
And we are on our next podcast. One of our goals was to get this done on time, and we did it. We're on time. So, the first thing we will talk about is those previous goals. So, the last time I had a goal to make a goal, basically, because I didn't have any goals. I had finished so many things. I did want to work on 2 sections of the Mosaic blanket that I've been working on, and we will talk about whether I've done that. And I also had to figure out something to make for my granddaughter's birthday, which has now arrived, and I will let you know what I ended up making for her and figuring out. And other than that, I didn't really make any other goals. I just had to figure out what to make for her, and I had a very short time to do so.
Yep.
You remember your goals?
Yep. Work on the teddy bear that I was making, Omara. That was my goal. Birthday. My one and only goal.
Big goals this time.
Mm-hmm.
We had to get them done quickly, though, if we were going to get them done. But she didn't say she'd finish it. She just said that she was going to work on it. Okay. So that was our goals.
Mm-hmm. Now,
you want to do a quick shop update?
Yep. So project bags have been listed on the Etsy shop in sizes small, medium, and large. So.
Yes, which I did put a notice sort of like going across the top of the screen that the last time we were going to post them, and I put that they had been posted, but just in case you didn't see that, they are now up in the Etsy shop.
My phone just missed.
Okay. So next we have finished objects. Did you finish any objects, Jasmine?
Yes. I started one and I finished it. And it is not the bear. So that tells you
that
anything.
wasn't your goal to finish it.
No, but also it's her birthday today and I did not in fact finish it. This is the Sneak a Peek cow by, how do you pronounce that name?
Amy Pelletier?
Something like that.
Sorry if we mispronounced
Unless it's French,
your name.
and then it wouldn't be pronouncing the R. Would it, right? Isn't that how French works? The TA, wouldn't it be?
Oh, TA, yeah.
If it was French, I don't know. But, yeah. Okay. Finish this. This is using my Jurassic Park. I was trying to think of the one that so it's using my Jurassic Park yarn from, is it Hank's yarn?
Something like that. Yeah, I think so.
I think so. We can put it down in the description box.
Mm-hmm. And you can watch it on a previous video where we showed.
Yeah, but I added another yarn for a main color, but I don't remember what it was. But it looks like this.
And is the main color the one that's going through like all the?
It's like the white color.
Mm-hmm.
And I did mess up. I'm just gonna point it out. I did mess up on a couple of these in the pattern, and my brain started to do ribbing. So some stitches look like they're ribbing.
Mm-hmm. See?
I don't know if you can see, but I can see it.
I can't see it.
Okay, well, it sees. But it's reversible and I did edit the pattern. I changed this side of it, but trying to find the one where the like where the colors meet, because there's a color jog and it looks weird. So this is the other side. Stripes.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, I like it.
She did those Jurassic Park yarns very quickly. Made them into something, I think, compared to some of the other things. You had a little bit of yarn left?
I finished this in 4 days.
Yeah.
I think 4 days.
Very nice.
Yeah, I have probably 10 grams left of each one, maybe. Something like that. Maybe a little less than 10 grams.
So which side do you guys like? This side or the other side?
I like this side.
I do too. They're really cool though. Both are very nice.
It smells good.
Congratulations, Jasmine. She finished something
Yeah.
very quickly, too. And is that the only thing that you finished?
Yeah, I was trying to think. Yeah, that's the only thing I finished. Just gonna put it in my bag.
So, this is what I finished for my granddaughter. I'm gonna...
Sorry, your phone had something on it.
Okay, no, it's not gonna... There we go. So I made her this horse purse. And I will... It's looking double because you can see it in my thing. But I will put another picture up in the corner. But basically the saddle opens up. And it's a purse. You can see where the hole is there. And you can put things in there. So when we gave it to her for her birthday, she loved it. And we also stuffed a little...
My present to her, that I didn't finish the present that I was making her, but I gave her a unicorn beanie baby also. And she liked that.
We stuffed it in there so she kept walking around saying, "It's my horsey purse and it has a unicorn in them."
Yep.
And it's making the belly big.
Yep.
So she loved it. I'm glad. That horse pattern is by Christie's Kids. If you want to look her up, there's a video and there's also a Ravelry pattern, and it's just called Horse Purse. Very simple name. So if you're interested, there you can see a lot of different pictures. Some people made them in, like, you know, the browns and whites. Some people made them more colors, like, you know, different colors than that. So different ones look different. I did use Veronica Steele on oh Lord, Steele's Crochet.
I don't know what you're talking about. So.
I'll post her below. We talk about her all the time. For the saddle, I did not follow the pattern. I used her mandala pattern up until maybe row 10. I can't remember, however big I needed it to make it for the saddle for the horse. So I used Veronica's recently posted, did I say Mosaic? What am I trying to say? Mandala.
You said mandala.
Mandala. Okay, mandala pattern. So if you want to check that out, that's what I used. It was pretty cute. The only thing I changed was on the very last row, because of where it was going to end. It was going to be more sort of just like a bunch of chains. I made shells around the outside of it, just sort of to edge the saddle. So I guess we'll go on to my sort of finished but WIPS thing.
Yep.
It's still a WIP because it's not done, but I finished the 2 rows on my Mosaic blanket that I said I was going to. So here we go. Won't put the whole thing up here, but the 2 rows that I did was this one here and the teapot. So I have started the very next section. I haven't gotten very far, as you can see, which is supposed to be flowers, little flowers, and it's not. It's, I don't know, it might be about as big as this section here and maybe a little bigger. So that's what I've gotten done that I said I'd get done goal-wise. So I met both my goals.
I met my goal.
Yes, you did.
I did. Because I expressly said I have an alarm that's about to go off. Gonna turn that off. I expressly said that I was not going to expressly? Is that the right, I don't know. Is that the right word?
Oh, I had another finished object.
Or is it
too.
explicitly? Is it explicitly said or expressly said?
I think explicitly. I don't know. Goodness gracious.
I don't know. My brain's confused. Oh,
So, I also had never touched the Addy knitting machine before. Jasmine made some hats before, but I decided to get out the Addy and play with it, and I made my first hat. So here's my reversible hat, which I just made with, I love this yarn. I don't know the colorways. This one's almond. I do know that because I used it in many other things.
Almonds sound good.
And I don't remember. I mean, this is obviously like a cranberry burgundy sort of color. Wine. There. Yeah.
Well, at least it looks like wine in person.
So not bad for my first one.
Looks more red on camera than in person.
Yeah, so that was I was playing with the Addy machine. Do you want to talk or let me show the one
Well, I've
more
already
thing
forgotten
that,
what I
or
was
two more
saying
things?
before you remembered you finished that, because I started getting confused about what the word was. That
So
was
that's my
correct.
finished objects and beginning into my sort of WIPS, since I didn't finish the mosaic blanket in full.
Okay, so WIPS. You want to move on to just
Sure.
WIPS? WIPS. I finished all of the pieces, knitting them, for the teddy bear that I was making for my niece from the book Knitted Teddies. Is that what it's called? I finished knitting all of the pieces, so I have just all these, like, pieces that I have labeled with stitch markers. But sewing them together is taking me a bit of time, so I did not give it to her today, which is her birthday, but I have only sewn together the body piece, which I think I did correctly. We hope that I did it correctly. But it'll be done in, like...
I wonder how you're supposed to stick the joint things.
Well, probably the same way as you put in safety eyes.
Yeah, they're such tiny holes.
Well, I don't really
So you
know.
got the body ready for stuffing.
Oh, that's what I forgot to grab. I wanted to show those and I forgot to grab them. Oh well.
We'll get them.
There was a fuzzy.
So the bear's still being worked on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this morning, her niece said, we gave her the present. And
we
I
had
said,
to drop her off to her school, and we gave her her present before going to school. And I was with them, and so as she was getting back in the car after putting her in the car seat, my niece looks at me and goes, "So you're gonna go home and work on that now, right? You're gonna finish it?" I'm like,
because
oh.
I told her she was working on something that wasn't quite done.
Okay, Omar, I'll go work on it.
She's a smart little 4-year-old. Knows exactly what she wants and does not want. She wants us worked on today.
Do you have any more WIPs?
How long did it take you to just sew around that?
Like an hour. Like, which, to be fair, I most definitely could have got it done quicker than that. Except I decided to just sew it together using the yarn that I knitted it with, and the yarn that I knitted it with is like really fuzzy yarn,
Right.
so it kept like
Catching.
getting in, it kept knotting and stuff, so I kept having to pick out knots, which took me a while. But is that your only WIP?
No. I also have been, I got out my old standby when I'm just sitting and don't need to pay too much attention to counting or anything, my scrap knitting blanket. So this is what I've gotten done so far, but the last time I showed it, I believe I was down here on this part. So I have done the rest of this color, which is a multicolor, and then this like purpley color, and this mustard, I guess, color. So
Gold?
I think I've decided that I am not going to make it like as tall as me in this direction, because it's as tall as me in this direction. So I'm just going to go up to the width that I want. And we're going to have
stripes.
Yeah, we're just going to have stripes that look this way as a blanket instead. But I've been working on that just sort of as we do other things or watch something or listening to my books. I've been working on that. And then also playing with the Addy, because I just had to play a little more and I didn't want to make another hat. So I found this pattern. It's on YouTube, but there's also a written pattern, I believe. It's called the Koala Cuddle Bear by, tell me what it says.
Koala knits
and knacks. Koala knits and knacks. If you want to look this
Although
up.
I will say that I forgot to write the A in koala.
Yeah, that's what confused me. So it's not done.
At the end
But
of
this
koala.
is, honestly, this is the only knitted part on it. It's sort of a hybrid. it's, this part's knitted. You crochet to bind off on the bottom, and then you make crochet arms and ears, and I think then embroidery on the face. But this is the beginning. The knitting machine did drop some stitches, so I had to fix them, and I fixed them in the wrong direction on the one
Oh, you
section.
really did.
Yes, I did. But it's sort of hidden, and you know, I put a rattle in it, so I don't know if I'm going to give it to the baby or the 4-year-old. It depends. Once I get the arms and ears on it. But if you want to look it up, she has a YouTube video showing you how to make these. It's very interesting. She puts a pull cord, so you can pull right here as you're knitting. She has you put a pull cord in so that you don't have to like count down things and like weave in. It's just already in there, and you just pull it. And there's also, I could have stuffed this a little more, but she kept telling me the whole time not to overstuff it, because she tends to overstuff things, and then I didn't overstuff it. I think I understuffed it, but it's fine. So you can't see through this, but there's actually an underhead. You make a ball first, stuff it, and then you make this long tube basically, and you have the pull cord, and you stick the ball head that you've already stuffed inside this one, so that it's like sort of double fibers here. What am I saying? Double fabric here. So you can't, you know, that you're not seeing the stuffing through this, because you have 2 layers of that. So far so good. Didn't like that the machine dropped some stitches, but yeah. Sorry, the dogs are making strange noises out there in the crate.
That's your last one?
Yeah.
Okay, I have one more whip. I started a... Oh, I just hurt my wrist. I started a brioche hat from a video on YouTube by, I think the channel was called Originally Lovely. Not 100% sure like that. That's what I wrote down, so I assume that's correct, but I don't know. And it looks like this. I'm gonna remove stitches from the needles. And I don't have what yarn I'm using written down on that, because it's in my project planner.
Is it in one of those things right there?
Well, I'm using 2 different kinds of yarns. I can't reach it. One of them's in the bottom thing, and then the other one's in the bin over there. But it's 2 different yarns. 2 different brands. One is called Merino Mist, I think.
Did we get that from Hirschner's?
I don't know. I don't even remember the brand. I don't know. They look like this though. That's not really helpful, but they look like that. I don't know. It's a brioche hat.
So this is the first brioche you've ever done, right?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yes.
And what was the brioche experience like?
Oh, it's easy. My brain, so you do tubular cast on. The video links to a free written pattern that I think was on Ravelry. So you do tubular cast on, and that was the first time I did tubular cast on, but in the tubular cast on, you have to knit through the back loop on one of the things. So my brain got stuck on knitting through the back loop. So when I was doing the brioche, I started knitting through the back loop, and that's not what you're supposed to do. So I did have to rip it out and redo it because it was wrong.
And this yarn is not easily froggy.
No, it came out easily.
Oh, I thought you said it was catching.
No, I said the only part
good.
that wouldn't come out was the cast on part, which I'm not really surprised about.
And that's good that it came out easily, because this has quite a halo on it.
Yeah.
It's like very, very halo.
It also has little pieces of fuzzies from the black yarn on it.
So for that to frog easily, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. And she has her little,
it's
stuffed in her little bowl that she loves.
Yeah, the inside looks like this. The inside, since brioche looks different on both sides. Here.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
So Jasmine tried a new experience.
I've been wanting a brioche hat for ages. Well, I've been wanting to knit one. for ages, and I wanted it to be black and white. Can we put that over there? Well, I'm up on the shelf, but that's fine.
So that's our WIPS and
Yep.
finished objects.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like we've made good progress on things?
Sorry, my mouth was dry. Well, I should hope that I had good progress on things, because I started and finished something, and I started that, and it's like half done.
Mm-hmm.
And the bear's all knitted; it just needs sewn together. So
Yeah, I think we did good.
I did better than last time. Last time I had pretty much nothing to show.
So we are going to start with Happy Mail and go straight into acquisitions then. So I was on, I believe, Yarny Fiber Sisters. I never know. They do separate channels and then, or their own channels separately, but I'm always on one of the three of them. So once again, I won. I don't even remember why I won. Randomly chosen, or if it was a member thing, I'm not sure. But I won a pack of crochet hooks now from Miss Jeannie Smiley on Butterfly Dreams. So if you want to check her out, she's a really fun channel too. And Yarny Fiber Sisters, you can see all three of them. I have them linked below the video. So these came straight from Amazon to me from Miss Jeannie. And they go from 2mm up to 6mm, 9 hooks. So I haven't tried these. I just now opened them, but they seem like maybe they're ergonomic.
I think they're meant to be ergonomic.
Yeah, they have a nice little thumb grip here that, I don't know if you can see it. It's, there you go. It's bumpy. Is there a better word for that than bumpy?
Ridged.
Ridged. Ridged. It's ridged. So your thumb definitely is going to stay in there. And it very clearly says the size on the hook. It seems like the hooks are in there pretty good. Not loose. This may wear off. It's not like engraved or anything into it. It's just on there a bit. Yes, I will try out these hooks, and thank you so much, Miss Jeannie. It's always great to have extra hooks.
Is embossed the right word? Is that the one where it's like carved into something? There's a word for whenever something's on top, and then what's the...
Jasmine's trying to get me to understand language today, and it's been a long life, so I just don't know that I always understand. I start to lose my memory on
I took an art history class that taught you that, and
you're very young, and you should remember these things.
It's like...
I feel like embossed is raised.
Is it?
But I don't know. Alright, on to the acquisitions! Thank you so much, Miss Jeannie, for sending those. Alright, what are we going to show first?
Knit crate.
Okay, so we got our September knit crate, and its theme this month is Western Sun.
Western Sun.
Doesn't that look like we should be in a cowboy movie or something? So the choices, it only came with two possible colorways we could have gotten, and we always get surprised. The Sock Club also only had 2 colorways. So this is the choices we might have gotten for Knit and Crochet Club, and this was the Sock Club. We don't do the Sock Club, we just have the Knit and Crochet Club. So which color did we get, Miss Jasmine?
As I just cover the entire camera. Sorry, there's a little white piece of fiber in the amongst the red. Audine wools? Audine wools. There's no L.
Oh, Audine.
Mellow. In the color Setting Sun, 80% alpaca, 20% tencel, and bulky weight.
We don't use a lot of bulky weight, but
it matches your shirt, kind of. Not quite the same shade, but
that's pretty nice though.
Yeah.
How many yards were on this?
125 yards.
So we have 250, so we got 2. That's our yarn for the month.
It's soft. Shape.
Will it go with our only other bulky
No.
weight one? No.
No.
We don't use a lot of bulky weight.
You're
but
shaking the camera.
I'm so sorry. And then the extra for the month is a little plastic and mesh. It's mesh on the back. Little case.
Pouch.
Yes, pouch, and it says scissors, tapestry needle. I guess
Checklist. For
and they make sure that you can put your knit crate pattern in there also. Good advertisement for themselves. So that was our extra for the month, which isn't too bad of an extra. I don't know, pouch or pen, which would you prefer?
Pouch.
We got a pen the one month. Was that last month?
I think so.
Yeah. All right. So the only other, smaller
That works.
acquisition that we got, I have been looking at the Crochet oh, we have 2 other small
I
ones.
said 2.
Okay, give me that
two
one.
things.
We'll show that first since I said
Well, this
Crochet
is small.
project planner.
I thought that's what you
And
meant.
I chose this one. I'm sure lots of people have these, but you can get them on Amazon or on Crochet Corner's website. So I've just decided, since I'm constantly starting patterns and forgetting what I did exactly, like my baby blanket.
Or you write down like random stuff. Your phone's talking to you again. Or you write down random stuff.
I didn't understand that.
We're not talking to you, but thank you.
Go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying.
So, yeah, like my baby blanket. Jasmine took a really good picture of the baby blanket,
Yes.
so I can maybe figure out stitch count and things.
Yeah, but you write things down and then don't know what they mean later on a lot.
Yeah. All right, I found something that said blanket, and it told me how many stitches that I started with, and then I put question mark type of stitch. So, yeah. That's
Your notes are
so
not very helpful.
Maybe this will help. It has a section for weekly goals, project to complete. So, you know, it gives you many objects to complete. And then stitches to learn. That's sort of cool. Patterns to write and other. So, I mean, I'll tell you. Somebody's really busy if they're filling these things. Weekly goals, and then we have lots of pages of those, project ideas, pattern ideas, and there's graph paper there. This is sort of like some of the stuff you have on your electronic one, right?
Yep.
Projects in progress. We have name of pattern, date started, color each ball as you complete your project. So as you, like, you know, do like a fifth of the project and 2/5 and 3/5, I guess you color in your yarn balls.
I wanted to put something like that in mine, but then I forgot to put it in it, so.
Yarn
Which I
and
still might
supplies
add it.
needed. Project name, yarn needed. Other supplies needed.
I have a page similar to that. Similar, not quite the same, but similar.
Yarn inventory, we have many pages of this. Which it separates it out. Date, 2 weight, 3 weight, 4 weight, 5 weight, 6 weight, other.
You know, I didn't think to do that. I like put like a brand and type
That's nice
of
too.
yarn, and I put a picture section to like have a photo of it.
Yeah, which I guess here you would like have to put the brand in the little slot, maybe.
Yeah, but I put like type, so you could put like you could put that, but also the fiber content and stuff in it.
Yeah, it'd be
on
nice
mine.
if you had, because there's really not room in these little boxes to put the brand and the colorway in that little box. But it's still helpful. There's a hook inventory too. Brand, size, type is what they give you. And not as many pages of that.
So I have a lot of the same, because I also have a hook and needle inventory, so I have a lot of this, similar.
This is nice. Crochet
things.
wish list. Jasmine would fill this up in about a second, or it might
Crochet?
say knit.
I don't crochet much anymore.
Crochet books. Just sort of a plain lined page. We need to, mark through there and put knit books so we know our knit books. And then there's just some pages for notes.
Maybe
so it's pretty.
I could add something like that in mine, or I put blank pages.
Isn't it cute?
I put blank pages and graph pages and stuff in mine as well, and dot grids and stuff. So I could also just write it down in there if I wanted. But
all right. So the other acquisition that I totally forgot we were showing because we went and got it, even though we said we weren't.
Well, that's
we didn't have
gross. The tape left a gross looking mark up on the top.
All right, you want to explain these?
What are they called again?
Safety joints.
Safety joints. We got safety joints, which we said we were receiving last time we filmed. Was that last time? But neither of us really knew for sure what they were, and for the teddy bear. And I still don't know really how to use them. Because
We'll have to look it up.
I think there's 3 pieces?
Yeah.
Well, can't you show one? I'm
Sure.
holding 2. There's one peg looking one. A flat disc that kind of looks like a washer? Is that the right word?
I wonder if this
And
actually
then,
goes on the other side to, on the safety eyes. It's that rounded thing that you push in.
Well, yeah, I know, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't
Would
fit.
have to be tight. Those other things.
It doesn't fit at all.
Okay.
As I drop
We'll
it.
figure it out. But we're thinking this is way too big for the teddy bear.
But we also, I'm not even 100% certain if this is what it's supposed to be, because it just says in the pattern, it just says safety joints, and then the picture of it is just a hand-drawn diagram of how to put the pieces together on the, on the actual teddy bear, and it just kind of shows a T-looking thing for these. So I don't even know if these are actually correct.
Yeah, if this is correct, though, we are quite sure these are probably way too big for that teddy bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are called limbs and head joints. So, I guess we'll be making some other bigger
Yeah.
items. Now we have a whole thing of them.
Yeah.
Which, I don't see a point in sending them back. We can probably use these.
Well, no, we definitely can, and I can, knit another bear in a bigger... Which, that's the size it said, for the bear I'm using, but the bear I'm using also... The bear pattern that I'm using, also, I didn't actually, make sure to match gauge exactly, because I wasn't that concerned about it, because as long as it was tight enough, I wasn't concerned about it. Being the same exact size as the pattern said. So, I don't know. They might fit, they probably won't, though. I'm not 100% sure. 100% sure.
Yeah. Alright, so that is our typical type of acquisitions. And the next one is typical, but it's special. So we,
We ordered from Stephen and Penelope. We both got some MKAL kits for the Twist and Turns MKAL coming up in October. Is that one yours or mine? I don't know. Mine. That one's mine. So the boxes came a little beat up.
Yeah, it's,
But-
some other people have showed their boxes, and ours did not look, ours were very beat up looking.
Yeah, mine came like this, and this is was ripped off on the bottom.
At least they're, heavier duty.
Yeah.
But if they weren't ripped or anything, well, yours had that, it looked like
Yeah.
somebody cut it, actually.
Yeah, but everything was inside of it, and it's like fine. And our shipping people are usually a bit rough with our packages anyway, so it wasn't really a surprise that they came all beat up. I just love toothpaste. the toothpaste picture that somebody said, those Fire Emblem characters looking like toothpaste.
Goodness gracious.
You're the one who's on the phone.
I'm looking for a picture because I'm going to show
sneeze.
it.
Oh no. Sorry, it won't go away. Okay.
So let's just like, okay.
So
do you want to share yours first?
sure. Excuse
So
me.
what we did do, we did open these and caked up.
The two main colors, well, the main color and contrast color, but not the accent color, because we wanted to be able to show them in the
Cake and the skein, I guess.
the cake and the
Hank.
That's the word I was looking for. I just couldn't think of it. So I got the Old Maiden Aunt yarns in Kelpie Owl. And there's so I'm thinking too much. So it each came with 3 different colors, and my main or contrast color, I'm not sure which one's going to be which, but I have this one called Put on the Day, this one called Midnight Owl, and this one called Kelpie. So they look like this together.
And they look quite different. What tonal maybe than what
Was on the
where
website
when we purchased it.
Which is fine. I still like them. It's just I don't know if it was like their lighting might have been making
Really
it
bright.
look brighter than it was. I'm not I wasn't like ridiculously surprised that it would look different, because that's kind of standard whenever ordering things online. But I was hoping it would be a little more similar, but I still like them. So, and then these are what they look like caked up in Midnight Owl and Put on the Day.
And we did do our swatches. He told us what the gauge should be, and we did it, and I actually got gauge.
So did I.
Me! I got gauge! First time! With the correct needle.
Yep. And we can insert photos of our swatches.
Yes. Okay, so...
Well, this part. Each kit also comes with a like project bag thing, which I think was organic. Wait, what's this say? Organic cotton, yeah. And inside you get what they call a vintage gauge, needle gauge, maybe. A little tag that you can sew on to the finished object, and then is this holographic, I guess? Sticker. Oh, I forgot to what like my yarn is not all wool. It's 80% superwash merino and 20% bamboo, and it's a 4-ply.
Feels pretty cool. So my colorway that I got, I don't even know, the grouping of the colors was called Patina Moss. And mine is much closer. I guess muted. How would you? What's the word you use?
She got one that didn't have as much contrast because she wanted something that she would actually wear.
Yeah, but I like the ones with high contrast. I just happen to like this mixture of colors. So mine is by Walk, and it's all 100% merino wool, superwash merino.
Is that their actual yarn?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Not sure. It's hand dyed with care in Germany. So the first colorway I got, that's the 2 contrast colors, not the pop colors, is patina. So that's patina. And then the next one is called frosted moss. So I guess we get patina moss. Now there they look quite different. Or not, I mean they're different, darker. One's definitely darker. Then my pop color is called Moor. Like the Moors. M-O-O-R.
Which is my favorite.
Yes, I just love this color. So that's my pop color. So that's what the 3...
Sorry, that side looks a bit...
okay. So, let me put that up there. Yeah, so definitely this, like, when this goes against it, it's going to be much different. So, when they're caked up...
What happened to your cakes? They look a little messy.
Well, I used them both, but this one just got...
You must just not have wrapped it.
Here they are, and they look...
Same as me.
This definitely looks a lot lighter. However, when I started swatching it, there is some darker parts that are like this. So we'll see how that turns out. But I do have a picture of my...
Oh, so the swatch said like the gauge was said to measure before blocking.
Mm-hmm.
So we just did it and then decided to rip out that yarn and put it back on the cake. And
which is why my cake's a little messed up, because I didn't want to waste yarn. So I just like carried it up the sides while I was trying it. So he suggests doing like 2 rows of one, 2 rows of the next, 4 of one, 2 of, like, intermittently to see what it looks like. We did not cake up the pop, we're going to call them pop colors. So
accent colors.
Accent, yeah. So here is what mine looks like. So there is a difference. Not nearly as different as you'll see in Jasmine.
It looks very pink for some reason on the screen.
Yeah. I don't know why.
We can insert the photo into the video.
Yeah, I will insert the photo. You're right. It does. It does not look pink.
Maybe it's reflecting off this red yarn or something that's sitting here. Maybe. No, still looks like that. I don't know.
We'll insert the photo so you can see, but it's not a huge contrast, but it's definitely a contrast. I was a little worried. Even when there's only 2 rows, you can see the difference. So I think it'll be good.
Yeah, it's just
a
more
nice.
subtle colorway.
Mm-hmm. And this is coming through muted too, so you'll see better on the picture. And you don't have yours, right? We'll just insert.
No, mine's on the device that we're filming on.
So, October 6th.
Excited for that. And we actually got the pattern. We ordered last time. We hadn't bought the pattern yet, but we bought the pattern this past weekend.
You needed 40-inch, which I think...
He recommended 40-inch...
Circular...
No, 50-inch.
40.
40?
Mm-hmm.
40. 40-inch circular needles. And I think the recommended needle size to get gauge was a US 4. Or as close to gauge as possible.
Is that 3.5 millimeter? Does that sound right?
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyhow, it worked
I'm
for
not
us. We're so
100%
excited.
sure.
We both got gauge first try. So,
yeah.
we will be sharing as we go along with that.
Sorry.
Doing that.
Sorry.
And let us know if anybody else is doing West Knits MKAL 2022.
The Twist and Turns MKAL.
Yes. So, we are ready to go. You should have seen me looking for my knitting needles this morning. Not the knitting needles.
We ordered... Well, she ordered...
the longer...
the cords...
Yes.
Longer cords for her Chalgu needles. And she told me to put them somewhere. And neither of us could remember where it was that I was supposedly supposed to put them.
Do you know how hard it is to find little flat packages that are basically like cellophane thin when you can't remember where you put them?
We looked for like over an hour and you tore apart.
And I looked last night
Yeah,
too,
and she was
you know,
tearing
we
apart
reorganized
all the
our yarn
shelves
because
and
God
stuff.
forbid I might have had it just like stuck inside of something. Everything in this side of my room, because it shouldn't have been on the other side, was emptied out.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, after all of it, and I was like, I'm just gonna have to order another one. I don't want to have to order another one. That's crazy. I just got one.
And I decided to look in the yarn kit box for hers again, because I'm the one who wound up the cakes for her, and I didn't look in the
She
underneath
looked in the yarn box.
Yeah,
but-
I didn't look underneath the project bag that came in the kit,
So
and it was under the project
the
bag.
project bag, under the yarn, under the little other things they gave us, and the project bag lined the bottom of the box, and she lifted that up, and there it was.
Yep.
So
Both
I
of
guess it
them.
was time to clean up my.
Yeah, because you had two. You had a 50-inch cord and a 32-inch cord. 32? Something like that.
Yes. Well, everything's in the MKAL boxes now, ready to go, except for the needles, but that's fine. The needles are.
Well, my needles aren't going in because I actually use my needles.
So there, yeah. So we're ready to go for that.
Mm-hmm.
Couple more days. What, 2 weeks or so, maybe?
October 6th.
Yeah. Yeah.
October 6th. That's
So that is our acquisitions
Mhm.
and Happy Mail.
moving on to what we've been up to.
Yes. So we have been up to getting ready for a baby.
Yep.
And the baby is here.
Yep.
We're so excited. Baby is here.
Baby
Miss
is here.
Ruby.
Yep.
Ruby.
Ruby.
Aaliyah. Yes. So she's here. And
Pudgy little thing.
yes. And she's healthy and mom's healthy, so that's good. And her big sister just loves her. Was blowing her kisses yesterday. So yeah, she's excited. I'm not sure how well it's going to go over the years because our poor granddaughter's mother is in the hospital right now after just having the baby the day before her birthday. So they are not home to celebrate birthday, but we at least got to give her something this morning and
Yeah.
spend some time with her. And she's at school with her friends and has her little birthday cupcakes. And yeah, that's what we've been
Birthday the day
focused
after.
on. Yes, 2 birthdays, 2 days in a row. All right, so what else, Jasmine?
We watched Doctor Who together.
Again, yes.
What do you mean
Different
again?
episodes, though, not 5 of the, 3 or 4 of the Mummy in a row. Yes,
I think it was only
we watched a little
3.
bit of Doctor Who.
Yeah. I've been reading. You read this book as well. Well, you listened to it. It's an audiobook. It's like a short audiobook. Called Mrs. Wickham. I think it's an Amazon not Amazon Prime. Oh my goodness. Audible original.
Mm-hmm.
Called Mrs. Wickham by Sarah Page, which is like a kind of like
It is what's her name?
It's from Lydia's perspective.
Lydia, yeah.
After Pride and Prejudice. It's kind of like a it's not completely like accurate to like the actual characters in Pride and Prejudice. Like it's what is the word? There's a specific word for that kind of book.
I don't know, but it's from her perspective. So
yeah, and
why she made choices she made, and how she continued to make choices, and how she improved her life, basically.
yeah,
and
and
made
they
something out
made Wickham into a good guy in the end, and like
you just gave them the end.
it was very obvious that that's what they're going to do. We can cut that out if you want, but I
No, it's
I knew
fine.
from the very beginning that that's what they were doing.
Yeah, so, but she just showed how she grew from the experience that was not a very positive one for her.
Yeah. It was interesting. I liked it. I wouldn't say it was like accurate to like the actual characters, but it was good. I enjoyed it. They had like rock music though in it, which was weird. Cuz like it wasn't modern day or anything, but like in between chapters and stuff they were playing like rock music or something. Do you not remember that?
No.
It
Go
was
ahead.
very loud and obnoxious, and it didn't really go with the setting because it was still...
Oh, you mean the audiobook was... I
Yeah.
was like, what I don't remember it talking about rock music. You're
No,
talking about
the
the actual,
audiobook.
like, music. Okay, yeah.
They had like rock music for
Okay.
like the in between chapter sections,
Oh,
and it
yeah.
didn't go at all with the setting. It was still like a Regency era setting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why there was rock music. I reread Pride and Prejudice because reading that made me want to reread Pride and Prejudice. While listening to that made me want to reread Pride and Prejudice. So I reread Pride and Prejudice, and I read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Under the ocean? Under the sea. Is it under the sea or under the ocean? Either way, Jules Verne.
And I am in the middle of reading Return. I think it's called Return of the King. It's the third book in
in the Lord of the Rings trilogy by Tolkien. Tolkien?
So I'm
However you
enjoying
pronounce
that.
it. And I'm currently reading The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. That's it.
Yeah, there's some really, like, he is very detailed in his books, The Lord of the Rings. Like, you can picture exactly what's happening. He is so detailed. And I was I driving? Was that yesterday?
I don't know.
And, oh Lord! All of a sudden I was like, "Ooh!" And Jess was like, "Why?
With the
What's
licking
wrong?"
of the knife.
An ogre.
That was when we were
or was it
waiting.
Orc licked his knife, and Jess was like, "What's wrong with licking his knife?" Well, she
Well,
was imagining that.
I was
he used it to
imagining
cut-
someone like licking icing off of a knife or something.
That is not what happened.
That's what I imagined.
That's not what he was doing.
Well, I only heard the licking the knife.
Yes. So that's pretty much what we've been up to.
Yep.
Just preparing for a baby, having to take care of my granddaughter here and there.
And we're taking care of their cat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because the new mom was thinking she was in labor one day, so you know that what all happens around that time, and off they went to the hospital early and then back again. So we've been doing some watching my granddaughter, spending some time with her. That's good. We had fun with her yesterday while we were getting her ready to go to the hospital.
We went to Barnes and Noble.
Yes, her mom and dad's never taken her in Barnes and Noble, and now she'll probably harass them to go in Barnes and Noble because she loved Barnes and Noble.
She liked the toys. She liked the books as well.
Too.
But whenever you said that she liked the books and the toys or whatever, she said, I liked the toys better.
Yeah. Even though she was literally like,
she was dragging
look at that
us
book.
to the books.
That one, that one, that one, that one. So she was excited, but of course she's going to prefer to have a toy than a book. She's turned 4.
As any 4-year-old probably does.
So we hope you all have been enjoying
goals, future goals.
These couple of weeks. And what do we have planned? Yes, for goals. I'm going to try to do 2 more sections on my Mosaic blanket, I think.
That's what you said, yep.
And I'll keep knitting on the other one. I don't really
something funny.
I don't really think I want to start anything new just yet, because that MKAL's coming up.
Yeah.
And that's going to probably stress me out a little bit and make me want to really focus on it and
I'll
try.
help you.
Thank you.
I'll do it for you.
She'll help me. Yeah, I might make some little things or something if I maybe play with the Addy. Oh, I'll try and finish that bear. I don't know why I pointed up there. It's over here. That it's a bear. I'll try and finish this thing too.
Koala?
Since, I don't have much more to do on that, so I will try and finish that too.
Oh, you've also you watched some videos from like some of his tutorial videos, trying to make sure that his like teaching style would be helpful for you.
Yeah, I have.
Stephen West. Mm-hmm. My future goal is finish the teddy bear and get it to Omara. And work on my hat and try to stop myself from starting another project because I keep wanting to start another project. Yep, that's it.
All right.
Work on my hat and finish the bear.
So everybody have a wonderful couple of weeks until we speak to you again, and we will see you. Bye.